everybody. My name is Big Mommy, which is Chloe. His name is Son, which is Aaron. His name is Big Dad, his name is Son, which is Ethan. His name is Big Daddy, which is Oba.
Okay, so today we're going to be reading Psalm 11 to Psalm 23. Let's begin.
And I hope you have a good day.
At the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay. In the beginning, Lord, put I my trust. How say you to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is the holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doth behold the upright. Help, Lord, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. They speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor. With flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaketh proud things. Who have said, with our tongue will we prevail. Our lips are our own, which who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side within when the vilest men are exalted. How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord, forever, and how long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of the death. Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy. My heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt, and they have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord. There were they in a great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. O that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion, when the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people. Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speak the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. He that serveth his own heart, and changed not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taking reward against the innocent. He that doeth things that shall never be moved. Preserve me, O God, for in thee Do I put my trust, O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord. Thou art my Lord, my goodness extended not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, whom is all my delight. Their sorrow shall be multiplied that hasten after another good. Did drink offerings of blood whom I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in the pleasant places. I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer from thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt shew me the path of my life, and thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Hear aright, O Lord, attend unto my cry, give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of my faint lips. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence, let thine eyes behold the things that are evil. Thou hast proved mine heart, thou hast visited me in the night, thou hast tried me and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress. Concerning the works of men by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. Hold up my givings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. O God, incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. Shoot thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by the right hand, them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from the deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat, with their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps, they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in the secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappointment him, and cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in his life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I wake in thy likeness. Psalm 18. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I save from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrow of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his tears. Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth.
Bless you. Bless you.
His mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the wind.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
He made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him. Where dark waters and thick clouds of the sky.
Bless you.
And at the
Honestly, this video is not gonna be bad. It's not be good.
At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited, discomfited them. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils, he sent from above. He took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me, because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands, hath he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, and according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt thyself merciful. With an upright man thou wilt shew thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt shew thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt shew thyself froward.
You following, Aaron? You following?
Yeah.
That sounds good?
No.
It's Froward, not FOR. I don't know if that's a mistake, but for thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks. For thou wilt light my candle, for the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For whose God save the world? Or who's a rock save our God? It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. I have wounded them, that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the striving of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not shall serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be by my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avenged me, and subdueth the people under me. He delivereth me from mine enemies. Thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the valiant men. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and sheweth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed forevermore. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridge room a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiced as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is a great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and shall I be innocent from the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. Name of God, Jacob, defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary, and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy sufferings, and accept thy burnt sacrifice, Selah. Grant thee Grant thee according to thine own heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we still remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord, let the King hear us. Let the King hear us when we call. Psalm 21. The King shall joy in thy strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation. How great shall he rejoice! Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asks life of thee, and thou gavest it him. Even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. For the king trusted in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thine house shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fury oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back. When thou shalt make ready thine arrows, open thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my roaring? O my God, I cry. Oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and not in the night season, and am not silent. But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. Our fathers trusted in thee, they trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee and were delivered. They trusted in thee and were not confounded. But I am a worm, and no man a reproach of men. The despised of the people, all that they see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, They shake their heads, saying, He trusted on the Lord that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a ravening, and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax; it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws. And thou hast brought me into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me; the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierce my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them, and cast lots upon my vesture. But be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength. Ask thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him, all ye the seed of Jacob. Glorify him and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he cried unto him, he heard. My praise shall be of thee in the great congregation. I will pay my vows before them that fear him. The meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise the Lord that seek him. Your heart shall live forever. All the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto the Lord. And all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he is the governor among the nations. All they that be fat upon earth shall eat and worship. All they that go down to the dust shall bow before him, and none can keep alive his own soul. A seed shall serve him. It shall be accounted to the Lord for a generation. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done this. That the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That's the reading of Psalms 11 to Psalms 23.
Good job. Now, what you all think about it?
It was good. It's talking about how God does all these good things for us, and in return, all He wants us to do is praise Him.
The only part I didn't like about when Ethan would keep his sneezing and coughing. And that's the ring from the coronavirus. From Chloe and Daddy. Wait, from Big Mommy. And from Big Daddy and Big and son Aaron and son Abel. And Big Ethan, Dussard, Daddy, and Big Mommy, Dussard, Chloe.
Okay, Aaron.
I like to say I agree with Ethan. It's kind of talking about like how he'll do anything for you, but all he wants in return is when you praise him, but also to be clean.
Clean. That's a good thing. Isn't that something that we need to be, especially more than ever now?
Yeah.
Clean. I mean, what is clean for you guys?
Well,
Clean means that you are supposed to be shiny clean. I don't clean.
Not only, not,
and you have to be so shiny clean. And shiny
not
clean.
only your body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, finish.
And shiny clean.
Okay,
Not-
give Ethan
not
a
only
chance now.
cleaning your body and being like, clean on the outside, being clean on the inside. That means praying to God, not doing nothing wrong. Asking for forgiveness and reading the Bible.
Well,
Aaron.
again, Ethan took it out of my mouth, but I might as well just say it. Is my clean that I talk about, like spiritually clean, like if you're gonna, like you did a sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did not like what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You repent on that sin, then you ask for forgiveness. And that's all God wants you to do. Well, except to sin for it. He don't want you to sin, but it's human nature. Everybody's gonna have to sin. Everybody, he just wants you to ask for forgiveness and try your best not to do it again.
Something's coming up when I hit you.
Okay. So therefore, you shouldn't ask for forgiveness if you know that
You're gonna
you
do
are
it
not
again.
strong
And
enough to
shiny
not do it
clean.
again.
I'm
Okay.
shiny clean.
Well, I appreciate.
I'm so
I definitely will concur the sentiment. You know, and not a good job.
Not a good job.
I said another good job.
I had not.
Hello.
I had not.
Hello,
Chloe, would you stop?
Hello.
Chloe, stop. Close out the video, Chloe. Close out the video, Chloe. Okay, your brother's gonna close out the video. Chloe, would you stop?
Bye-bye. So,
Alright, have a nice
have
night.
a nice night.
And stay away from
Would
the
you stop,
coronavirus.
Chloe?
Have a
And
nice
stay away from the coronavirus. And I
Okay.
Have a nice.
And I
Have,
Would you all just go?
have a nice night and
And
stay
stay
away.
away
It's
from
from the coronavirus.
Good night.